But then we get to number 12, which is investing into your future. But let me tell you what this means, because it's important that we're all on the same page when we talk about investing, because it's not just, you invest in the stocks and bonds. And one of the things that's very popular right now because of, some direct sales companies that are out there, multi-level marketing, they talk about investing and they say, well, trading Forex and things like that, Forex trading. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. What I'm saying is you have to direct your attention in the places that count. You have to be intentional about your future. You don't let anybody else paint the picture of the future that you want. You paint the picture yourself, but then you decide. You got to be prudent in your decision making about where you're going to invest your time and energy is going to be the most beneficial for you and your family. And if it is something like that, then God bless you, and we hope you win in a major way. But you cannot put the cart before the horse and expect to get to a destination. The cart doesn't pull the horse pulls the cart. Hopefully y'all caught that. So when we talk about investing into your future, you want to get a side gig and plan to start a business to produce passive income, okay? Now, what's a side gig? A side gig is anything that you can invest a little money into, some time into, start to master that thing, and then that side gig can turn into something that could be potentially full-time. I got involved in the direct sales industry at the age of 20 years old, and, I was working with the Georgia Power Company as a design engineer, a co-op student in college at the time. I was making pretty decent money, but I was still broke, and I understood that if I didn't do anything else, I was going to probably be broke for a while. I didn't want to settle for that. So I got in, started with a company, paid $400 to get started, got some marketing material, went to a training, started implementing things they were teaching me in this training, and I started making a lot of money. And then my life changed, okay? So what I'm saying is a lot of the things that I taught you earlier on tonight, earlier on in this call, this webinar, some things that I learned early on in my career, it helped me get into a point of becoming financially secure, okay? Of becoming free, so to speak. So you got to put yourself in a situation where you can do the same thing. You don't have to be a person that just wants to do something because everybody else does it. You got to live intentional and live your life. All right. You want to invest in personal growth and self-development. What makes you comfortable until you're uncomfortable. I want you to jot that down if you're taking notes. You got to invest in what makes you uncomfortable until you become comfortable doing it. Because there are a lot of things you're going to look at and you're going to want to get involved in, but you're going to be thinking, well, maybe I can't do it. Well, maybe I won't succeed. But the reality is this: if you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you always got. So you're going to have to do something different to be able to receive something different. The next thing I want you to invest into is getting some new friends. Get some new friends that want what you want or that's willing to work for it, right? That's willing to push you. That's willing to tell you when you're not doing what's necessary to get what you want. That's willing to continue to push and inspire and motivate you. Get around some people that can mentor you and doing the right thing. I'm not just talking about making money. I want everybody to understand that making money is only a piece of the puzzle. Making money is a small piece of the pie. But if you want to build wealth, it's about having the whole pie. It's about you learning some morals and having some integrity. It's about you paying it forward. It's about you helping somebody else to be able to make it to the next level. Don't fall into the hype, because true principles and laws will always remain the same. What you got to do is start building an investment plan. And if you already have investments, it's also important sometimes to rebalance, right? Serious investors set goals and create an investment plan to meet them. See, use this quarantine time to consider and write down your goals for your portfolio if you haven't already. Some people truly have a portfolio. Like you talk to some people, they say, oh, yeah, I've been investing. But they really don't know what the term actually means. And if they do, then they probably haven't properly set themselves up to have their credit score where it needs to be, or to be able to make sure their debts their payments are properly allocated to pay off their debts as quickly as possible. Maybe they haven't been budgeting their money, have they been paying themselves. See, goals can be short-term or long-term. When it comes to investing, a short-term goal may be a new car. It's something that you may be looking into. You want to be able to position yourself with paying down debt, increasing your credit score, put some money to the side. So when you go get that car, if you need to have it financed, then you're in a position to be able to get the lowest interest rate they offer. That means you're actually paying less on the money to get the car that you want to drive. See, the thing is, the car is already going to be worth way less than it was when you bought it as soon as you drive it off the lot. So that means it's really not an asset over time where you can sell it to get more money back. Well, certainly you don't want to end up paying more money for it if it's going to be worth even less than it was when you bought it. But that's something that most people, don't teach people, right? Long-term goals could be sending your kids to college, retiring comfortably, or leaving a legacy to your heirs. Setting goals is important because time is a crucial element in investing. Use long-term investments such as stocks and bonds. Achieve long-term goals. Use cash and other safe interest-bearing investments for short-term goals. Portfolios can get especially out of whack following a sudden move into a bull or bear market territory, as we've experienced in the recent reaction to the coronavirus outbreak. Regular portfolio maintenance that reshuffles assets to make sure they reflect the division you've chosen, a process known as rebalancing. Okay, so if you have a 401k, if you have some mutual funds, if you don't understand all this, you need to call your money person and say, well, should I look at rebalancing my portfolio? Okay, this can minimize your risk and keep you on track with an allocation appropriate to your goals. It's very important when you get into investment, you have an allocation of your assets that's on target with goals that you have. And when you have a financial planner, when you have what I call a money guy or a money gal, okay, they can actually give you that game plan to help you meet some of the goals that you have for the future. Rebalancing works by trimming asset groups that have performed relatively well and adding to holdings that have been relatively laggards. All right. For instance, slim down your portfolio to a mere 1 or 2 or even 3 mutual funds, or put your retirement savings on autopilot with a target fund date. You can combine your insurance or consolidate your credit card balances. There are several things you can do when it comes to that particular piece, but that's all I'm going to talk about tonight when it comes to the investment piece. So, I spent a lot of time with y'all on here tonight, and hopefully the information that you receive is really going to be able to put you on track. Not only make it through this quarantine and survive, but to make it through this quarantine and thrive, and to come out on the other side ready to leave a legacy for your family and future generations to come.